Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? It's Wednesday already. I'll see if I can let some people pop on and join me here. See how you are all doing. I'm doing well. I don't work until the weekend, so I have several days off, which I just needed after vacation and then coming home and having, a lot to do, and then our anniversary and Valentine's Day and my kid moving. It's been a busy week, so I'm super happy to have several days off. Anyways, you're popping on. Let me know where you're coming from, and we will talk a little bit about your eyesight or your vision and insulin resistance. So if you remember last week, sorry, I have to take a drink, you guys. I'm so thirsty. If you remember last week, we talked about how insulin resistance affects your brain, because we know it's a hormonal issue. It affects so that's going to affect all of the systems of your body. And so my goal with these little sessions is to kind of break it all down to all the body systems that I can think of, and maybe the not so obvious ones. We know, like I said, that it affects blood sugar, and that affects so many other things. But so last week we talked a little bit about the brain. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about vision and your eyesight. And if you're diabetic, or if you know people that are diabetic, I don't think it's a stretch to say that diabetic retinopathy is something that we hear about, right? But it's all related to insulin resistance. And there's a difference between type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. I am talking about primarily type 2 diabetes. There's not a lot I can do when your pancreas is broken genetically. It's hard. It's not a reversible sort of issue, right? It's like you have a broken pancreas, and that's just how you were born, and you've got to fix it or deal with it. But anyway, I have some notes. So I'm over here looking at them. So insulin resistance, like I said, can lead to vision problems, right? High blood sugar, chronic high blood sugar, which is what happens when you get diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, or if you have chronic high blood pressure and type 1 diabetes because you're not managing it very well. It leads to blurry vision. It leads to cataracts. It leads to glaucoma. So cataracts is the one where your lens gets cloudy, like the inner lens on the inside of your eye gets cloudy and you can't see. And you can kind of see when people have glaucoma because their pupils look cloudy. Then glaucoma, which that's the one that is about the pressure of the eye, like the pressure behind the retina. And that affects your optic nerve and can be pretty damaging. And then diabetic retinopathy. So diabetes, unfortunately, is the #1 cause of blindness in people age range from 20 to 74. I thought that was a fascinating little statistic. And high blood pressure, like repeated high blood pressure, repeated high blood sugar, not blood pressure. Although blood pressure probably isn't very good for the vessels in your eyes either, but that's not my topic. It damages and weakens the blood vessels of your eye. And that changes the shape of your lenses, which I thought was really fascinating. So you're not getting the blood flow to these really intricate vessels and structures that are in your eye. You're just not getting the blood flow to them, and the blood vessels are much weakened, much more weak. Diabetic macular edema, that was something I'd never heard of. Again, it's sort of a buildup of fluid behind the retina, but it's different than glaucoma, from what I understand. And you guys, like I've said before, in all of these things that I do, don't trust me. Like, go do your own research. But I'm just trying to impress on you the point that high blood sugar is not just about your pancreas and your diet. Like, it affects your whole body. And the sooner we can get control, the better and the healthier you'll be as we continue to age well, right? That's my whole goal. I want to age really well. And I want to live to my fullest, die. I don't want to gradually decline and feel miserable and then finally, kick the bucket. I want to live hard, live well, and then be done. So that's my personal goal. Anyway, so we know, what can we do? Like it comes down to the same things, you guys, that it always is: healthy lifestyle choices, exercise, walk, dance, swim, ski, run, yoga, Pilates, I don't care. Do something, move your body, every single day. That is the primary one. Now, my personal favorite, because I'm not a runner. I have been a runner. I wasn't a runner. I was a jogger. Let's not be fooled. I was not fast ever. But I did do some jogging in my life and in my youth, and I may or may not do it again. I don't know. I don't really like it. So, anyway, but I walk, and I walk fast. And I have a lot of hills in my neighborhood, and I pretty much walk in any weather that we have. I don't love the ice, but I'll go out and do it because I have all the gear. I have every weight jacket you can possibly imagine and everything to put on my shoes to keep me from slipping. But it's scary. And of course, I don't walk as fast or as far when it's super icy, but I'll still go do it. So anyway, healthy life choices, exercise, prioritize exercise, prioritize blood sugars and A1Cs being in a normal range. It's important, and it's more important than you could imagine when you start breaking it down for all the body systems. Prioritize a healthy diet, which we have talked about. It's not just sugar. It's not just the cakes and the pies and the ice cream and the donuts. And that we know. But it's the refined carbohydrates that are also so damaging. So less packaged foods, more whole foods, more salmon, eggs, cheese, like fewer ingredient foods that are going to actually nourish your body, instead of the ones that have names that are this long that you can't pronounce, and ingredients that you don't really know what they are. They probably shouldn't be in your body. If you can't pronounce them, or they're more than like 6 letters, or they have more than 20 ingredients, probably should not be eating it. And again, keeping your blood sugar normal, keeping your A1Cs normal. I think we all know how to do it. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it's important, especially if you want to be around longer for children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and live well and feel good. The other thing is, glaucoma, which I already mentioned, which is the damage to the nerves and the vessels in your eyes. So that's pretty much all I have today, but I thought it was super interesting, and I just really wanted you guys to know kind of another level of insulin resistance and what is really happening in your body when your blood sugars are high. Of course, I've said before, and I think I said it in the last one, like high blood sugar is actually a late symptom of type 2 diabetes, right? So type 2 diabetes starts probably 10 to 20 years before it's detected in your blood sugar. So go to your doctor and demand, because you are paying for their services, a fasting insulin level. And they may not even know what the heck you're talking about, and they may charge you for it. It may not be covered under your insurance, which is criminal, in my opinion, because we could detect unhealthy lifestyle habits and patterns, and the fact that it's really affecting your body much before it finally affects your blood sugar, because that is a late stage. It's been happening for 10 to 20 years before it finally affects your blood sugar, right? Your body it's an amazing machine, and it can compensate forever. So you are, you're in control. And you can do it. You are free to ask me any questions that you might have. I do not have all the answers. I'm not a doctor. But if you do have questions for your doctor, or you have questions that you don't know how to ask your doctor, I am more than happy to help you guys with any of that. So that's my spiel. I hope you learned something. I hope you can pass this on to your friends and family and people that also need to know that their blood sugar doesn't just affect their pancreas or their weight. It's multi-system, and the good news is that there's a lot you can do. There is a lot you can do to get back onto the right path health-wise and make yourself well again. So anyway, with that, have a great Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging with me, and I will see you later this afternoon with something yummy for dinner. Don't know what it's going to be, but hopefully it'll be good. So anyway, have a good one, you guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.